It is the Greek Podcast. We're at New York Prime, and we are sponsored by Brayman Motor Cars, Jupiter and West Palm Beach. Don't forget it. Special guest today. This is our first date. We've met before. It's the Greek and
the Freak.
That's right. Go Gators. And we are ready. Very happy for him to stop by. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for having me.
No, man, you've been so nice since day one. And I know I said, hey, come by and do my podcast. A lot of people say they're going to do it. They don't. You're a man of your word. We got our buddy Alex filming. We got Buddha over here filming. You can't see him. Let's not talk about him because I had to go to his kid's wedding this weekend. It cost me an arm and a leg. $600 on Uber. He told me I'm getting reimbursed, and then I don't get anything. What's that about? Are you kidding me?
But Buddha is the person that got me here, though.
That's right.
He's the one that dropped that bug in my ear.
About Greek.
And guess what? We're here now today. So
that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't for Buddha, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, it's good for at least a discount.
A discount. That's it. Not full thing.
Discount.
So we're gonna have some steaks. You know we do on the Greek Podcast. Hang out. New York Prime. Javon's nice enough to give me his time. And first thing we got to ask him, what was your attitude or thought process in that first game, the Gators and the Canes?
This first game of the season, it was, first of all, it's a Florida rivalry.
Yes.
University of Florida, University of Miami. I never got a chance to play Miami.
They're lucky.
I would have loved to play against Miami. Just so we can find out who's the best in Florida.
Yes.
Because we have pretty good football down here in Florida.
Yeah.
So,
you guys are champs, 96, right?
Right, yes. But to find out who's the best, because I think the only way you can find out the best is if you play everybody down here. So we would always play Florida State, so we would usually gauge our season off of our win against Florida State, depending on how bad it beat Miami. But if you play both of them, then it's no
You're the
question.
king.
There's no question.
How'd you do against Florida State those 3-4 years?
You know what? I was 3-2.
That's not bad.
I was 3-2, but that one extra win in there was at the
playoff bowl game.
Bowl game, Sugar Bowl.
Oh wow,
New Orleans.
That's awesome.
National championship.
What?
52-20.
Nice. That's why you all got diamonds. Now, who talks smacked on that team, Florida State?
Oh man, they all did. And then again, like all of us played against each other in high school.
Yeah, so you know each other.
Or either we played on teams together, as in like the Florida-Georgia All-Star game. Like I think the year that I was in the Florida-Georgia All-Star game, where you get All-Stars from high school football in Florida, and then Georgia, then we play against each other in Daytona. But I think the guys who were on my team that year, it might have been maybe 6 or 7 of us going to Florida, and about like 9 or 10 guys going to Florida State.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was cool that we kind of got to know each other then. We talked a little smack then, and then during the season, it kept going like every year.
So seeing the first game, and like you said, it was the first game, and it started a little bit earlier. What do you think of the Gators now? Did you feel any different, worse? I know there was mistakes, penalties, interceptions.
Actually, that's what I expected going into the season. I mean, I was hoping one person in particular would have been a little better or whatever, but then again, it is the first game. Hopefully it's just the first game jitters, but I was hoping Felipe Franks would have came out with a better showing. And then the defense was expected to play like that, and then if you
missed a lot of tackles.
If they keep putting you back on the field and you got to play more than you really like bargained for, then eventually that bend is going to break at some point.
Yeah, and then you say to yourself, "What are we doing?" But I thought again, the coach was happy after the game. He
was. I mean, it's the first game of the season, and then like he probably sees it the way I see it. Like it is an in-state rivalry. Like it doesn't matter what numbers before your school. Like Florida ranked number 8, and Miami wasn't ranked. It doesn't matter. All that is out the window at that time. So, I mean, I was impressed that we still got the win, even though, like, we played very, very sloppy.
You and I spoke last week about Prime Cigar. We had a cigar together, and you said something very interesting that a lot of people said, whereas they had no film on this kid.
Right.
So that was interesting.
Right.
So that was, like what happened with that? And they were talking, hi, how are you? We got a beautiful waitress to take our order.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm Javon.
What is it?
Javon.
Javon, Danielle, nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
We've met before.
You've met before. You want to order, sir? Would you like something?
Yes, I would love to order something. Let me see.
Appetizers start off with? Baked shrimp is really good.
Okay, well, give me the baked shrimp.
Baked shrimp?
Oh, yes, the Greek Podcast.
Yeah.
Are we having dinner or just appetizers?
No, we're having dinner, too.
Okay, so we'll start off with the baked shrimp. Any appetizer for you?
The crab meat.
Crab cocktail?
Yeah.
Okay, and for dinner, I also have a bone-in 16-ounce filet and a 32-ounce tomahawk. I know that's a lot, but the bone-in 16-ounce filet is...
I'll take the small filet. You got like a 10-ounce?
I have 8 or 12.
8's good. And some cream spinach.
How would you like that?
Medium.
Medium and a small cream spinach.
Yeah, make sure Nick Woods gets his thing.
He's actually off till Thursday.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sure he's
I'm kidding. Nick, love you, bro.
I'm going with the bone-in you mentioned.
bone-in filet, 16 ounce.
Yes.
How do you want that?
Let me go medium plus.
Okay. And any sides for you?
Sides.
You got some of my cream spinach you want. Look at your potatoes.
Yes. I'm gonna go with some Brussels sprouts.
They're a bit spicy. Is that okay?
Bring it on. Bring on the
Do you
spice.
want to do a large of the spinach and Brussels, just so we can?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Yes.
We're easy. Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Danielle.
Cool.
Is that it?
That's
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
Thank you. Now we go back
Thank
to the
you.
Greek podcast. So you were saying about Williams. Here's luck, by the way, to Greek and Freak.
Oh, cheers.
Many more. You were saying they had no film on this kid, and that could be an advantage. Now, do you think that because when the Canes first got the
Yeah.
ball, they went right down the field,
Right.
and that was, I think everybody was shocked. I think they thought Gator slam him. That's it.
And that's part of it there. Like normally like in college and the pro level, like you need some type of film so you know what to prepare for. But I'm sure because like that makes your preparation that much more like precise
Focused.
versus practicing on everything because you really don't know what
You don't know what he could
get.
do. He
So-
did a good job for a freshman.
No, he did an excellent job, and then basically he took advantage of the stuff Florida gave him, which is
A lot of mistakes.
smart, yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of mistakes.
I think when it was 7-3 and Florida was in the red zone, they fumbled.
Yeah.
That game might have been different if it went on 14-3.
that's what I saw right there. Was like, but then again, I can't lie. Like I was like, you know what? It doesn't surprise me.
Mistakes happen.
It just didn't surprise me. But hopefully they iron out all those kinks right there, and now get ready to jump into this conference.
So when you played, if like say somebody dropped the ball in the end zone, and the defense had to go out there, did you ever say like, "Hey man, hold the rock, would help"?
I mean,
I'm just
you know
saying.
what? I mean, personally,
Bro,
like,
you got to score.
we think. I thought it to myself in college, but didn't say anything. But once you get into the league, like we're
Yeah.
grown men out there playing. Like we
You're
got a job to
professionals.
do. Yeah, we're professionals. So we like, listen here, like guys, how about y'all like holding to the ball, or at least keep us off the field for more than just 4 plays at a time.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
It'll be excellent.
We're talking to Javon Kerr. So nice of him to stop by the Greek podcast. Talking college football. We're going to talk a little NFL. We talked a little NFL, you and I, a couple weeks ago about some stuff with Elliott. Gronkowski came out today, and he's going to sign a couple of these for me. He's such a nice guy. You want to do the first one?
Man, get the hell out of here, man.
Now you're going to sign to Johnny.
Johnny.
Johnny, big fan.
Yeah.
A big fan of yours. We got 3 people that are fans. The third guy's your hugest fan. But the first one's to Johnny. Johnny C, my boy. You can always hear him on the Penthouse, 10 to 2, Monday to Friday, and the Locker Room, 11-3 on Saturday. Unfortunately for him, he gets to work for me. That's the only bad thing about his job. But he's a big Javon Kerr's fan.
Yeah.
And he said to me, because you mind, I said, I'll ask him. And Javon is nice enough to do. We got 2 more for him to do during the podcast. And then the third one is your biggest fan. I mean, there's a, wow, look at that. That is
The third
awesome.
one.
So put that there. We got 2 more to do. All right, so Gronkowski came out yesterday and said that when he won the Super Bowl, he was very depressed, and football wasn't making him fun anymore. Now, Andrew Luck, everybody's talking about him retiring.
Yeah.
Now, did that shock you? I mean, you played for years.
Which one?
Both. I mean, Luck
No,
saying,
you know what? Both of them definitely did because, like, with Gronk,
yeah.
like I could have swore like he was going to stay. He was going to keep playing as long as number 12 was playing.
Yeah, and he's still playing.
It does.
Brady, they're going to have to pull him off.
Right, and those two are like make a pretty good combination.
Yeah.
if you ask me or whatever, and those who make that team go. So, but I'm sure it's just like a conveyor belt. I'm
Yeah.
just like they're gonna plug somebody else in there and keep.
Do you
it
think he
going.
comes back, Gronk?
I think so. Like
People
I,
keep saying to him, like, did you think about ever coming back after you retired?
I did. That's why I never officially retired.
Yeah, because you're in such great shape, you could have.
Correct. I just stopped playing. Like I don't know. Maybe one day I may just wake up and call Drew Rosenhaus. Like, listen, Drew, man, give somebody a call. Tell them I can give them 15 plays of hell.
Yeah, and let's do it.
15.
Well, let's do it.
15. I put a cap on that 15, man. But never really did it. And then you're talking about Gronk, and then Andrew Luck was really.
Shocking.
You know what? But also, like, I kind of had some inside scoop on Luck.
Yeah.
They said like he wasn't supposed to even come back. Like when he came back last year.
With the shoulder.
Yeah.
And he was honest, though. I mean,
No,
again,
for
you
real.
can see his. I feel bad. I know everybody's selfish today. You know this
Yeah,
more than anybody.
yeah.
And the fans were booing him. And now, one thing that I thought was terrible was the Colt front office. They leaked that. Because that came out during the game. That put him in a
Correct.
bad spot. The
It
guys
did.
on the sideline,
It
guys
did.
taking off their jerseys. It was like when people lit LeBron's jersey. I mean, that's the Colts, first of all. That
Right.
hurts them.
It is.
That
It
should have
does.
been
It does.
in-house.
It does.
And then be like, because the guy looks so bad. And he's just saying, hey, I'm walking away. I love the game, but I don't feel the same way. The Colts said they'll let him keep $22 million, which is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
wow.
like, yeah,
For real?
$22 million, yeah.
I've seen that part, but I didn't keep up with the part, the financials of it.
Yeah, they said they're gonna let him keep it. And I think they're doing because they hope he comes back.
Yeah.
Like maybe recharges for a year, and then says
that
maybe.
can happen because he's still young. Like I said,
29.
Like I said, like he missed the whole season. What, 2 seasons ago?
Yeah.
Damn near 2 seasons. So. I mean, like he didn't have to come back next year. I'm sure, like it's a lot of things going on, like for him to literally walk away from it.
And then his players, his friends, these guys who play with him. It's tough for a team though this late in the getting ready because that deflates you.
Yes.
I mean, a new quarterback comes in, but you're still thinking to yourself like, man, we don't have our stud because your quarterback's your boy. I mean, yeah, you need good offense. You need good. I mean, that's hard. Like Brady left or Rodgers.
Right.
Your team's like. That's a tough time to coach now.
But definitely like when Luck was going to the Colts, I knew he was gonna like be there. He was going to be a pretty good fit after Peyton left.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was perfect. Right out of Stanford. You know the guy was a gym rat, smart kid.
Right.
No off-the-field distractions because that's what hurts a lot of guys.
Right.
We talked about it with Elliott. I mean, he's just there. You know, like he's in there. He has the appearance to me. He's in the gym and in the workout 12 hours a day.
Correct.
He's just doing that, doing what he's got to do.
And that's the thing. Like his work ethic kind of remind me of Peyton a lot as well.
Oh, of course. Yeah, those guys, 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
It is a Greek podcast. We're going to take a quick break. Nice enough today, big special guest, Jevon Kearse, played in the NFL for years, Gators 1996, stopped by, gets a steak, signs some footballs, his friend Buddha's here, I'm the Greek, we'll be back in a few minutes. Peace!
Tag, you're it.
Come experience Brayman Mini. From fun, cool Mini Coopers to Club Brayman events, from the racetrack to parties at our theater. Join the fun at Brayman Mini.
Whether you own a Mini or not, you gotta check out BraymanSummerofMini.com.
I'm Catherine, and this is my Mini. The S version is stylish and super speedy. The sound system is great. It's my third Mini Cooper from Brayman, so you know it's a good car.
Whether you own a Mini or not, you gotta check out BraymanSummerofMini.com.
It's the Greek Podcast. We're back. New York Prime, sponsored by Brayman Motors Cars, West Palm Beach and Jupiter. Your next new car, that's where it should definitely be. We got a special guest, Jevon Kearse, in the house. So nice of him to stop by. A lot of people always say, hey, I'm going to do something. We got Frank Caliendo, big comedian. He said, Greek, I want to do the podcast. We didn't make it happen. Frank, I love you, but where were you? My fault I didn't call him. But Jevon said, Greek, you call me? Throwing a steak? You're in. Jevon's nice enough to come by. Now, you do a lot of stuff for charity, which is nice.
Yes, I do.
Now, what you guys just do for a whole bunch of kids?
Well, first of all, the foundation is my Jevon Kearse Foundation. And I thought of a pretty cool name for it, like lending a big helping hand. Like what kind of hand is bigger than that?
That's a big hand. That's a big hand. That's a big hand.
Yeah, definitely do that right there. But I mean, I started my foundation back in '99. Actually, I started my foundation before I even stepped foot on the field.
Wow.
Because that was how sure I knew I wanted to do that kind of stuff.
That's great.
And I've been doing it now every season, and we give out anywhere from 700 to 1,000 backpacks every year.
Wow.
Everywhere from 800 to 1,000 turkeys and fixings with that for
Thanksgiving, which is awesome.
And like I'm going to like the 5th year of doing my toy drive. We give out bikes. We go through the housing authority. We go through like government help, like assistant programs to make sure we helping the right people who need
and the
help.
kids need help.
Yes.
And you're an inspiration, no doubt about it. I mean, when you played, did you realize or did you accept or want part of it that you knew you were a role model, to be honest? Because people do look up to you. Yeah. I know you don't want to say it because I can tell you're a humble guy.
No,
because I'm a role model.
Right. You're right. And then, you know what I'm saying? I know. I mean, then again, like it's up to you. It's up to whoever, your parents or someone else like to be a role model. But then again,
a lot of kids don't have that.
I do accept the responsibility. You know, like then again, at the end of the day, I am human. So, but I do know that that's my job. And I remember seeing an interview with Charles Barkley like way back in the day.
We're not your role models.
We're not your role models. I mean, in the way we aren't, but then again, in the way we are.
Sure.
So like I accept that responsibility and like
nobody's perfect. Last perfect guy died on a cross.
Right.
So you're gonna make your mistakes.
All I can do is do me, and hopefully it reaches the right people.
That's right.
And touch the right people, and I can motivate at least one person every now and then.
To do the right thing.
Correct.
And to help themselves and be better every day. Because we always try to get better.
Correct.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day, try to get better.
Yes.
For me, the Greek and the Freak podcast, first one. You know where we're going for this. Who knows? Radio, TV, we're going all over. Now, we talked about Dallas Cowboys with Elliott. Do you think he's going to finally sign?
I hope so. I mean, I hope so. Then again, like I played in the league for 11 years.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any off the field stuff. It's probably one incident. It was like way towards the end, but like I never had any off the field stuff. So I mean, but he's personally like he's had some off the field, some character issues.
Sure.
So like, I don't blame him for just wanting to do it. But in hindsight, they need to pay this man because we know that he's a big part of that offense. We know that he's very helpful to number 4 playing the quarterback position.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Now, it's more, again, you realize this because you played the game. That's gives you the insight. You're dealing with massive egos.
Right.
Massive egos.
Yeah.
Now, Jerry Jones came out and said, Zeke who? I mean, you know his boys are calling him, texting him. You see what he said, Jerry? And Jerry said, I earned the right to say that.
You know what? I probably would have kind of felt the same initially or whatever, but
You knew he was kidding.
I know he was kidding, and then watching the interview, like you can see on his face, like he said, like Zeke who?
He was kidding.
Right, he was kidding. Like
But people like to stir the pot.
I know he's had a lot of stuff done, a lot of stuff done where
Yeah.
you may not know if he's what kind of facial expressions he's made.
Yeah, he had some work.
But he was just joking around with it, and then again, maybe it's gonna motivate Zeke to get his butt there. So, like, whatever it is on your side, then y'all have at it.
Now, do you think he's got a better opportunity if he doesn't play the first game and they lose? And do you think he
Yeah.
roots for that team to lose?
Yes,
I love him.
Yes, he will.
I love it.
He will root for
Wait a
the team to
minute.
lose.
Speaking of pay, you got to sign this one for Brian. Say,
damn
Brian,
it.
pay your boy.
Brian,
Pay the Greek.
Brian, pay up, baby, pay up. What's wrong?
Caviar is not cheap.
Do you need to send somebody to find you or something? Okay, who's it for again?
Brian,
Okay.
my big boss, awesome guy. And remember, the third one is for your biggest fan. He's a big Gator guy, no doubt about it. Javon Kerr, so nice for him to stop by the Greek podcast and do what he does. Alex filming. Buddha's doing some inside stuff on the social media. This will be on the Greek podcast, probably up Thursday. My boy Clint handles it, but he's a little slow. Look at that. How nice is that? To Brian. The free. That's awesome. We got one more as the biggest fan. I hope I didn't get. Am I still on? Because I feel like I got disconnected. No?
No, you
All right. So, Elliot, you think he
Yeah.
might sit out? And he would root. You would think this for him to lose?
Oh, trust me, yes. We've all been there.
Yeah, so you're normal.
We've all been there. Like either injured or whatever the situation is, and then
Yeah.
somebody else gets in our position and they go to playing good. You're like, man, shoot, like if they keep playing good, then where am I gonna go?
That's right.
or whatever. So
the game ends at 4,
I'm sure,
4:15.
but-
You're hoping the phone rings.
But I hope everything works out, and I'm sure it's gonna work out the way it's supposed to work out.
Now the Super Bowl's down here. First
Yes,
time. It's gonna be
yes.
great. The stadium is great. Now you played the Super Bowl, correct?
Yes, I played in 2 Super Bowls.
That's right. Now you're with Tennessee and Philly.
Yeah.
Now the Tennessee game, you had it.
Oh man.
It was so close.
That was a magical season. Like I was still somewhat satisfied, like with the outcome of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was satisfied with my individual performance, with our team performance, and then
You crushed it.
the Music City Miracle.
Oh my God.
Going to Indianapolis, beating them there, and then going to Jacksonville and beating them for the 3rd time, giving them their 3rd loss of the season.
It's amazing
And it was crazy because I look back at it, I didn't really think about it at the time, but
because it was in the process. You were just doing it.
right,
living it.
correct.
And then, like,
That's
then you look
that's how I
back.
was. I was
Yeah.
just living it at the moment, and then so much stuff was coming at me, like so much media stuff, and I got wore out. I didn't get wore out from football,
Yeah.
but I just got wore out from the media obligations.
Of course.
and everything.
Every
just
day it gets
because it's
bigger and
like-
bigger.
It's like I'm here to play football.
That's it.
Can
All
I
the
play-
other stuff.
Can I just play football? And
Yeah.
like you got to do this interview, you got to go here, you got to go there, which I understood afterwards. Like what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like I've earned this. I've earned the
fruits.
yes.
That's
the,
part of
the
it.
fruits of my labor right here. So like I do have to do this stuff, which is good because in the long run, when I'm done with football, it's beneficial for me.
That's great. Now, then in Philadelphia, you played against the Patriots.
Pardon me?
Yes.
We got our food here at New York Prime, always the best.
Yes.
Now Javon's going to tweet about it, see if he likes it. If he says it's good, it's going to help the
I
restaurant.
don't have to
It's
tweet about it.
extremely hot, okay?
Extremely.
Yes, don't touch it. I know you will.
That's Danielle. Does a great
I'm
job.
not gonna touch it.
I know you will.
I
Do you
need
have a napkin?
yes, I need that napkin.
Here you go.
Oh, you know
Steal
what?
from your
Let me
neighbor?
take black.
Cool.
No, I'm just saying because I'm wearing a black shirt.
No offense. It's a cool Greek. You're good. Greek podcast. Not really. No.
But
I went to
yeah,
that Super Bowl.
But which one, in Jacksonville?
Yeah, I went to Jacksonville.
Yeah,
You guys almost won that one.
We almost won that one, and it's just
Came back.
so much stuff comes back from that game because, like, first of all, my history with the Patriots, the year before, I was with the Titans, and I think we lost to them maybe one game before the AFC Championship game. So let's just say they ended my season the year before, and then the next year they ended my season in the last game.
What was that locker room like after the Super Bowl with McNabb running out of steam and all that?
You know what? I mean, like, we all go in and, you know, all the fellas, like, we meet up with our position guys, and they're just talking about, you know, what happened or whatever. Like, man, we had a shot, you know, we let it go. But as far as
T.O. came back in that game.
all the other stuff, oh, definitely T.O.
He played great.
No, he surprised the heck out of me. I'm
Yeah.
sure, like, people don't know it, whatever. They think that he played it, whatever. But, like, the guys who were on the team, we knew how injured, how beat up he was.
Yeah, and he played great.
And for him to come and play in that game, I'm like, dude, that was crazy there. And then also the stuff with Donovan.
Supposedly run out of steam at the end of the game, which is crazy.
I didn't know anything about that, and even they said he threw up during the game.
Yeah.
Didn't know anything about that. I'm like, that's part of the game. That's part of football.
Yeah, you're
like,
playing.
I literally threw up before every game my first 2 seasons.
Because you were nervous and intensity?
I was nervous, excited. I was just...
Now, you didn't throw up before this game. Did you throw up before the big podcast?
No.
Just to be after you watch it.
No, I was stuck in traffic. I was stuck in this rain I was dealing with what, Dorian, whatever the name of this new storm that's coming through. So I was dealing with all that stuff. But I mean, like, I didn't know anything about that. So, like, it was like kudos to Donovan because they hear anything about that. I'm like, like, he threw up in the game. I'm like, so what?
Yeah.
He still played the game, did he?
Yeah, he's
like,
playing.
Did he miss a play?
No.
No.
But he was, at the end of the game, they said he was tired. But they almost came back. I mean, you guys were right there. So both games.
Right.
So how big would you say, for everybody, is the Super Bowl above everything else? Because it's going to be down here. That's why I'm asking you.
It is the game. I mean, that's what we grew up like watching. Like, everybody, then you know that's the one game the whole world is watching.
Everybody, yep.
Not just in the United States, but the whole world is trying to get into that game. You know that's the only show in town.
That's it.
So you have no choice but to get up for that game and to have fun in that game.
Well, again, you had a great game. You played twice.
Right.
A lot of guys play their whole careers, never even get to that game.
And the biggest difference between those 2 games was my first season with Tennessee. We didn't have that week in between.
Oh, that's right. I remember reading that.
We didn't have the weekend in between the championship game and the Super Bowl.
And you had Eddie George on that team, right?
See what now?
Eddie George?
Yeah.
He was
Eddie George, Steve McNair.
I mean,
we had the crew.
Yeah, you definitely did.
We had the crew, and the difference wasn't then the second Super Bowl when I played with the Eagles against the Patriots. It's like it's too much time in between because, like, now we're playing the Super Bowl. It was too much time. It gives family and friends too much time to call me and to try to get tickets.
Yeah.
And
did Buddha call you? Our friend Buddha? Was he calling for tickets?
You know what? I actually called Buddha to see if he needed tickets, but he said, you know what? I'm watching it with family and friends.
Now, when you played, Javon Curtis, nice enough to stop by the Greek podcast, did you think Brady was that good? Or did you think he's gotten so much better?
He's gotten much better. I mean, they always had a pretty good system, but but then again, you know what? He is good because, like, he uses tools.
Yeah.
And what I just tell people about that first year, like early on when we used to play them when they first won the first Super Bowls, they had the perfect tools. They don't have big receivers or whatever. They had little small receivers.
Yeah.
Like who they had then? Troy Brown.
Yeah, Troy Brown.
Deion Branch.
Yeah, I think Troy Brown won the MVP.
Right. Yeah.
For that game.
Or was it Branch? I think
Branch or Brown, one of them won the
it was one
MVP,
of
like
those,
11 catches.
But it worked out because, like, Brady didn't have to worry about going deep.
Yep.
He can throw the ball short to one of those little
screens,
little midget receivers, and then they're gonna peek through in little holes and like.
And then he didn't need much time.
Correct.
Because you got guys like you coming down.
Correct.
Yeah.
So right there was just very frustrating, like playing against that, but very good for Brady. Like he used his tools that he was given.
Now today's game, Mahomes had a huge first season. Looking at that kid, what do you think he's got? Do you think he's got a bright future, or do you think can he even top what he did last year? 50 catches, 50 touchdowns? Because he's unbelievable.
I doubt he can top it, but like he's definitely is going to have a pretty big season though.
Oh yeah,
like definitely, like he has all the tools around him, and then like he had a year to get that under his belt. So now all he has to do is just go out there and I don't know, try. I mean, then again, they have a lot of film on them.
Yeah.
That's one thing there.
Yeah, because they're going to throw some blitzes at
Right.
him, different things. The first year when you come out, it's all new.
Right.
Like you said about the quarterback for the Canes.
Right.
When he first came out, nobody knows anything. Then they
Right.
set up systems, blitzes, safeties, which you know all that stuff.
Right.
Javon Curtis, so nice of him to stop by the Greek Podcast. Remember, it's always sponsored by Brayman Motor Cars, West Palm Beach and Jupiter. Your next car should be there. Great experience. New York Prime. How can you thank Javon? Thanks so much for your time.
thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. I really do. It's the
Anytime.
Greek and the Freak. We're going to try to do this again. We'll see if I pass the test. If I did, hey, you got the superstar in the house. Go Gators. He's expecting a big season. Peace. See you next week, guys.
I'm Liv, and I live in my Mini. The Mini Cooper is the perfect car for me. The tech package is amazing. I wanted a car that's quick and cute.
Whether you own a Mini or not, you gotta check out BraemanSummerOfMini.com.
I'm Annie, and this is my Mini. My Mini's got Bluetooth, a great sound system, backup camera, everything I need. Sometimes I just stare at it. It's got a cool factor.
Whether you own a Mini or not, you gotta check out BraemanSummerOfMini.com.